Hey everyone, welcome to another video about the Lord of the Rings LCG. I am Ryan, joined by Joseph. How you doing, Joseph?
Good. A little fatigued from a day of gaming, but always up for some Lord of the Rings.
That's good fatigue, surely.
Oh yeah. 7 hour diplomatic game with 6 people, which I won in the end, so I'm happy.
You conquered Europe.
I did, more or less.
Alright, well before we do anything in this game, we missed something really important at the end of our last game, A Knife in the Dark. We forgot to do the reverse side of the campaign card. So we'll do that now, the resolution, before we play this
we get
quest.
we get fun stuff.
We do. So I'll flip it over. So the resolution is, starting with the first player, each player may choose one of the following boon cards and attach it to a hero he controls. Tireless Ranger, Skilled Healer, Valiant Warrior, or Noble Hero. The chosen cards have been earned by the players. So each of these ones basically gives +1 to a stat, kind of, doesn't it? So Valiant Warrior is a +1 attack, and that character gains the warrior trait. Noble Hero is +1 willpower, and they gain the noble trait. Tireless Ranger is +1 defense, and they gain the ranger trait. And then the Skilled Healer, attached hero, gets +2 hit points and gains the healer trait. So we're going to go with, well, I was first player, wasn't I, in that game actually? So I have to do it this way, I suppose. So I'm going to choose Valiant Warrior, which I would have given to Aragorn.
Right. Which makes him pretty deadly with his -1 defense in this tactics version.
Yeah. And I guess the reason we're going to do that is because he sticks around for the rest of the campaign in one, some shape or form. Right. So getting that buff on him early, I think is a good idea. But you would know more than me because you've played about 20 campaigns, haven't you?
No. A few.
Not 20.
Nah. I've never done this, actually, but since he is around for a good while, and he can do some attacking even after he gets his Enduril, he gets a free attack off that sometimes, so it seems useful.
Yeah, giving him native 4 from the start of the game is really strong.
Right. And then as we use him up until the Urukai, if we use this tactics version, he basically has a 5 attack with that -1 defense, which is not too shabby.
No, it's awesome.
And then I was running the Hobbits in the last game, and I agonized a little bit. Tireless Ranger is quite good for Sam to make him a defender as you go up through the Land of Shadow Boss, but I ended up choosing Noble Hero for him. Boost his willpower.
In the one campaign that I started and never finished, I went with Tireless Ranger as well. Just because that +1 defense for Sam, I think it frees up a little bit of deck space.
Right.
But that was before Mount Doom came out, and I think having a +1 willpower on Sam Gamgee, considering that we're going to take him forward for a lot of the campaign, I think that's really strong.
Yeah, it is. 4 willpower is good. Eowyn, Círdan, Galadriel, anybody with 4 willpower is just a huge questing boost in the first part of your game.
And we were saying just before we started the video that we think defensive boosts are easier to come by in general than willpower for heroes, because you've got Dunedain, Warning, the Arwen Ally, Hobbit Cloak, all those types of cards, whereas really the only kind of willpower boosts, I'm thinking of Favor of the Lady is the only one I can think of off the top of my head.
And then there's a Dunedain, some sort of signal that gives +1 from leadership too.
Oh yeah, but it costs 2.
I don't play either of those. So
each of those costs 2. I guess Protector of Lorien can give a temporary boost, Song of Hope as well, but I'm happy with this choice.
Great.
So
the Skilled Healer is kind of the least popular, but that 2 hit points isn't bad, and each one of these works with another boon you can earn later in the campaign. But yeah, we decided against those ones.
Yeah, I think that healer one, I've never played it myself, obviously, but it looks underrated when you combine it with the one you get further along the line, because it's something like an exhaust stack hero to heal 3 damage. And that's
pretty big.
Yeah, that seems huge to me. On-demand healing from setup.
Right.
In those quests with loads of archery, that seems really good.
I wish we had a hero like that.
We'll get to him in a minute. We'll get to him in a second. So let me finish this card. So this is the end of A Knife in the Dark. At that moment, Frodo threw himself forward on the ground, and he heard himself crying aloud, "O Elbereth Gilthoniel!" At the same time, he struck at the feet of his enemy. A shrill cry rang out in the night, and he felt a pain like a dart of poisoned ice pierce his left shoulder. Even as he swooned, he caught, as through a swirling mist, a glimpse of Strider leaping out of the darkness with a flaming brand of wood in either hand. With a last effort, Frodo, dropping his sword, slipped the ring from his finger and closed his right hand tight upon it, the Fellowship of the Ring. So now we go into Flight to the Ford.
Right.
The Lord of the
Which
Rings
is a little
Part
bit
3.
Faster paced quest than the ones we've done so far.
It's nice. I really like this quest. In testing, I've been having a lot of fun playing this because, we don't go into double digits, usually for rounds. It's
Right.
pretty quick quest. And the last 4 have been fun, but long.
Mm-hmm.
So this one probably won't be as long.
Right.
So where do we usually start? We start with the campaign card, don't we?
Yeah.
So I've not actually noticed this response on here, really. So yeah, this is interesting. Response: after an enemy is declared as an attacker, shuffle the top card of the burden deck into the encounter deck to cancel that attack. Any player may trigger this ability. Have you ever seen that triggered?
Don't do that.
I'm thinking that's a bad idea. So this is a scenario where you get it's your second burden, isn't it? Because the first one is Gandalf's Delay, or the ring draws them. So there's this burden deck over here. I'm just going to open it up. I won't pull all the cards out, but there's 5 burdens in there, and you have to take one. You don't have a choice, do you? Because you need to travel to this location, the last bridge.
There is a trick to get rid of it, so you don't even go on with it, but it's not easy. But yeah, you're basically taking it.
There's a trick in this quest, is there?
Well, there's a trick you can do. Chad did it in his campaign where you use Shadow of the Past, put it on top of your deck, then use Out of the Wild to add it to the victory display, and then you don't get it.
Wow. Okay. Well, I didn't build for that, unfortunately. So I didn't know that, but okay. So if you don't do that trick, you have to take one at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But that's definitely a pro tip: is never ever do this.
Yeah.
And there's some flavor text. So they have drawn off for the time being, but not far, I fear. They will come again under another night if we cannot escape. They are only waiting because they think that their purpose is almost accomplished and that the ring cannot fly much further. Aragorn, the Fellowship of the Ring. So, can you tell us a bit about this part of the books and what's happening?
Sure. Yeah, this quest is fast-paced and short, and you're always under pressure from Nazgul attacking you. The actual chapter is a little bit less crazy, so they, after Frodo pulls the ring off, try to heal the wound, find the Morgul blade with the tip notched. Aragorn goes out and finds this Athelas and tries to heal it and makes it a little better. And then they travel for about 10 or 12 days between Weathertop and Rivendell.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't see any Black Riders or anything for that entire time until the last day. They go across the last bridge, kind of in the middle there, not at the end. So the last bridge isn't really that close to Rivendell, which, from playing this quest, I was kind of under that impression that it was really close. But they find the Elfstone on the last bridge, and right after, a little ways after that, they run into Glorfindel, which we have in our hero lineup here. And he travels with them a good while. He tries to heal the wound, but can't do it either. And then they finally run into, as they get close to the fort of Brennan, which takes them a while to find. The Nazgul come upon them, like 4 or 5, start chasing them. Glorfindel pretty much just tells Aspharoth, run, with Frodo on board, and all the other people in the Fellowship are just kind of stuck watching as a horse runs Frodo across the river. Frodo gets kind of tempted to come to the Nazgul and use the ring, but with halfling determination, he doesn't, and he flops on the ground, and then Gandalf sends in the river and smashes all the Nazgul. So there isn't as much fighting in the real chapter as we got here, but this makes for a good bit of fun.
Yeah, maybe you could think of the fighting here as fending them off, possibly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there is a part where they bump into the trolls that Bilbo helped the dwarves turn into stone. So this is kind of the same route that Bilbo took from when he was traveling with the dwarves.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a fun little weird part where Sam sings a funny song there, which we have reflected in our deck, I think.
Is there a card to represent that song? I'm not sure.
I thought we had Song of Hope for a while. Did we take that out?
Oh yeah, that's out. That's out now. Sorry.
Okay.
I've had to build around this one quite heavily.
Yeah.
Yeah. So should we get into the building side of things?
Sure. How is the Hobbit deck different?
Well, yeah, I've got the usual fast-moving hobbits. This is, well, both decks are geared around the scenario. So in this scenario, we have to basically constantly engage Nazgul, and it's more difficult to win while there are Nazgul in play. Can you win while the Witch King is in play? I think you can. You just need 15 more progress on stage 2.
You got to get way far ahead of them.
Yeah, which is difficult. So generally you want to kill these guys because there are things that make them attack when they're engaged. So the route we've gone down here is attack cancellation. So the Hobbit deck is running 3 Feint and 3 Wizard's Voice. Now this wizard, it doesn't say who it is, so let's imagine it's Gandalf throwing his voice.
Close at this point.
Yeah, and so we've actually got Gandalf in the deck now as well. The reason I've gone back to Gandalf, and I've also got Elrond, is because I don't think... Well, actually, there's a burden in normal mode that becomes a condition. So you need some condition removal. But when you play this Nightmare, there's a really bad condition that forces you to exhaust the ring. So we really needed a solution to that card. And I had Athelas, which we've got on the table. But in this scenario, this Evil Wound card, which is attached to Frodo, says that the attached hero cannot be healed. And then suddenly this morning I realised that Athelas says, discard Athelas and exhaust attached character to heal all damage on a character. So I think that makes Frodo not a legal target. Immune to Athelas. So we had to drop that. So I've kind of hastily changed these decks this morning. And hopefully they still work. But I guess Athelas is thematic but not useful, unfortunately, here.
But Elrond did end up healing Frodo, so
he did, yeah. So he's just kind of thinking about it before Frodo turns up, I suppose. Here, other than that, it's pretty much standard Hobbit fare. Dagger of Westerness, Readying, Fast Hitch. There's a couple of interesting cards. One of which is Follow Me, which I've seen touted as a card that's totally useless, or people always look for a situation for it.
Right.
And I think I found one here. I did have 3 copies of this, but I've only got one now. The reason being that what we want to do is try to get the hobbits to engage stuff, and we want to get your deck to attack from across the board. So I've got Rivendell Bow in my deck. You've got 3 copies in your deck. Mm-hmm. And that allows Aragorn to help with Merry, or help Merry kill the Nazgul, and then Merry can ready Aragorn after they attack together. Mm-hmm. And Aragorn can pull another enemy down and then kill it with Glorfindel, maybe. So Follow Me is actually all right here. And there's also a burden which forces the first player token to change. So if you steal my first player token unexpectedly, I can steal it back.
That's right.
And then we got Shadow of the Past as well. You mentioned Chad was using this just now.
Mm-hmm.
I've got this for a different reason. That one being that when you go to the last bridge, you have to reveal the top card of the burden deck, and all of those burdens have got Surge.
Right.
So they surge from the encounter deck because this says resolve that card as if it were just revealed from the encounter deck to travel here. And I've played this about 10 times, and about half of the games I've had the treachery revealed in the travel phase that basically forces you to take another burden. So
it's freaking dumb.
Yeah, that card's stupid. Stupid dumb. That card is
very difficult card to work.
Yeah, but basically this gives a way to mitigate against that, because if you've got some location or even a Nazgul enemy, I'd rather take a Nazgul than another burden. So this gives away on that.
Burden will go with you the whole campaign, and they build up, so you don't want any more than you can possibly.
The other use I've found for this is in controlling the shadow card that the Witch King gets. Because the Witch King's immune to player card effects, so if you know what the shadow effect is, you can decide whether or not to engage him, basically, or what to do. because you need to defend it. So sometimes you could take it undefended and stick it on Barleyman, who's in this deck somewhere. Yeah, there he is, hiding at the bottom. Or you could defend it with Glorfindel, say, or defend it with Sam. It depends what's happening. So that's another use for that card here.
Nice.
How about you?
I got Aragorn and Glorfindel, the lore version, which he barely sees the light of day, and Arwen. Getting some lore. Glorfindel's giving us some lore and some emergency healing. He has great stats across the board. I got Bilbo as my only ally. They think about Bilbo and talk about him a good bit as they go through this area and see those stone trolls. Got Ancient Matham. Asphaloth is great, and this is his chapter in the book. Now we got Dunedain Pipe, which is mentioned in the chapter. We got Elfstone, which will bring in hopefully one of your big allies.
Mm-hmm. Only one copy of that because I couldn't squeeze any more in, but it felt necessary. Right, yeah. Had to do it in this quest.
Yeah, pretty much. We got Favor of the Valar for a little bit of threat control, and it's actually very appropriate for Glorfindel's quest here. Glorfindel, I think, if I remember correctly, he died fighting the Balrog, but the Valar thought he was pretty badass, so they sent him back, and he's alive again.
They were right.
Yeah, they were right. Got a little ring mail for Sam. Got a bunch of weapons for my guys, including the Rivendell bow, which can go on Aragorn and Glorfindel, giving them range. But then I got the suite of attack prevention, Coney Trap, and Fate. And open the armory to grab those weapons. Foe Hammer, of course, and Heirs of Rivendell, which is specifically mentioned. Aragorn's telling him stories about everything that's happened in this area, and Pippin's like, how do you know all this stuff? And says, Heirs of Rivendell, don't forget anything.
Hopefully here they'll chuck away some nasty locations.
And it's really good at Nightmare because there are some doozies.
Well, yeah. I mean, advanced preview of that one, there's basically a location that forces you to take another burden if you explore it. So never explore it, never trigger this. Avoid burdens at all costs.
Especially in campaign, though.
Yeah. All right, should we start? I'm going to shuffle my deck.
Let's do it.
Because I looked in there. Oh, that's your deck. I'm trying to shuffle yours, sorry. All right, so 1A, pursued by the enemy. Setup, shuffle each burden card from the flight to the forward burden set into a burden deck. Attach an evil wound to the ring bearer. Set Ford of Breenan and the Witch King aside, out of play. So we'll deal with those later when we get there. Add the last bridge and one fell rider per player to the staging area. Set the ring bearer's life at 15, shuffle the encounter deck. So we need to do our hands as well before we do all this, but it won't make any difference really. So these Fell Riders are 2 threat, 4 attack, 3 defense, 6 health. They're Nazgul. Cannot have non-Morgul attachments, so no traps. I think all 3 quests so far have been pretty crummy for traps. Maybe the second one.
Yeah, any Nazgul quest is pretty bad for traps.
Yeah. When I say 3, I mean the 3 Black Riders ones. We did manage to use traps in the forest and the Barrow Downs, which was fun. He's got this effect. While Fell Rider is in the staging area, it gains forced. At the beginning of the encounter phase, the first player must either reduce the ring bearer's life by 1 or engage Fell Rider. So with 2 of them, you wouldn't want to take all 4, would you? In 4-player.
It's pretty rough, yeah.
Another horrible 4-player card. And then we've got the last bridge, X threat. Immune to player card effects. X is the number of players in the game, so that's going to be 2. Travel. The first player must reveal the top card of the burden deck and resolve that card as if it were just revealed from the encounter deck to travel here. So there's our boon that we don't have tricks to deal with, sadly. And then we've got Gandalf's Delay in the staging area, so we're only going to draw 5 cards each. Each player draws 1 less card in his starting hand. And then we've got this Evil Wound on Frodo. So this is an objective. Attached to the ring bearer, attached hero cannot be healed. When attached hero would take any amount of damage, reduce the ring bearer's life by an equal amount instead, and if the ring bearer's life reaches 0, the players lose the game. Hasn't happened to me yet. So
yeah, this could be the day. The way I would... this one.
Sometimes I've used this as a bit of a sink to take an undefended, but that's sort of a last resort.
It's a good trick though if you have things, if you know that you can get away with it.
So that's all of 1A. I'll just read the flavor here. So, Frodo has been gravely injured in the attack at Weathertop and will perish if his companions can't bring him to Rivendell in time. Strider leads the hobbits towards the Hidden Valley, anxiously listening for the sound of black riders. Alright, so let's do our starting hands before we go to 1B, shall we? I'll read it after. So I'm going to draw my 5. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And really I'm looking for some defense for Frodo. Not Frodo, sorry, for Sam. And I've got a Hobbit Cloak, which is quite good.
Fast Hitch.
Yeah, Fast Hitch, pretty good. Wizard's Voice is pretty good. And your favourite card there, Darren's Runes. So I'm probably going to hang on to this, I think. How about you?
Let's see. Little range, unexpected courage, and 1 attack prevention, but I don't really like the look of that. What do you think?
No, well, the Rivendell bow is really good. That's really important, but I think Light of Valinor is really important as well, and some draw, especially Elven Light.
Yeah. Let's try again. This is my mulligan.
I played a game earlier and kept 2 really bad hands and still managed to squeak a win, so it can be done. Oh, there you go. That's nice. That's better. Yeah, that's really good. 3 attack.
Test of Will, Elven Light, Ears of Rivendell, Coney and a Trap. I like all these.
Yeah, that's good.
Great.
Nice. All right. And then I've also got Hotom Bombadil, which I'll stick in my hand, but I don't think we want to use that card here. So I can chuck that away to Darren's Runes.
Good.
We're saving it for the Pelennor Fields.
Or something.
Yeah, or just something bad. So 1B, the players cannot advance unless the last bridge is in the victory display. Forced at the end of the round, reduce the ring bearer's life by 1. The road runs along the edge of the hills for many miles from the bridge to the ford of Breenan. But I have not yet thought how we shall cross that water. 1 river at a time. We shall be fortunate indeed if we do not find the last bridge held against us. Strider, the Fellowship of the Ring. Alright, did I miss anything?
I think we got it all.
Awesome. Oh, we've also got the old bogey stories and Mr. Underhill here. They're the only other cards that we didn't talk about. Mr. Underhill is very useful here. So I drew Halfling Determination, Rivendell Blade, that's nice. I'll play Darren's Runes and draw 2 cards, and I'll chuck away Tom Bombadil because we're not going to use it, I think. We can't use it now.
Yep.
So I got a Feint, which is also good. I'm going to go Hobbit Cloak on Sam. So that sort of makes him 3 defense for the moment. And I'll play Fast Hitch. I almost want that on Merry. Are you going to play your Rivendell bow this turn?
My weapons? Oh, sorry?
Yeah, what's your plan?
What was that? I was going to play both weapons on Aragorn, actually. No, I can't. Maybe I'll play both on Glorfindel, actually. But I was going to drop Elven Light to give me a second tactics resource.
Okay. I'm wondering if we could kill Fell Riders. We need 9. Merry will go in for 3 on them.
You're going to have 4. And I could get you
4,
3 and -2. So if I put it on either, if I put it on Glorfindel, I could help you kill one.
Should we do that?
So that's what I'll do. Are you done?
So in that case, I'll probably go Fast Hitch because then we can ready Merry and Glorfindel and maybe kill the second one as well.
Nice.
All right, so I'll go with that. And I'm done.
How are we going to get them both to engage? Oh, I see.
The forced effect. I can take them both.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Nice. Okay. I'll drop my Elven Light, give Aragorn a resource. I'll put Rivendell Blade on Glorfindel and a Rivendell Bow on Glorfindel. Gives it ranged. Little fact, Glorfindel is the only lore hero with a warrior trait.
Which makes him good for Coney and a Trap. Because
Exactly.
Aragorn's a ranger.
It's annoying that Coney and a Trap is a lore event that only has one hero that works in Sphere. All right, and then I have a couple nice events for later in the turn.
Cool. All right, I'll quest for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keeping Merry out.
I can do 3 easy. Should I do more?
It's 11. I often quest for
Throw Aragorn in?
14. Well, I usually do 14 on the first turn because usually Glorfindel goes in, but this is a slight different situation. I've never actually done this
Okay,
before.
I'll just
So
do Aragorn.
yeah, all
So
right.
5.
All right, so 13. Let's see what we're
All
getting.
right, here we go. Oh,
Okay, Pale Blade, so one of those is getting +1 attack. And the Old Road, that's a 3. So just read that action. Place the top card of the burden deck on top of the encounter deck to place 4 progress on the Old Road. Use this action only if you're playing campaign mode. That should read, never use this action, in brackets. Never do this. Just reset the game.
Everywhere.
Yeah, don't do it.
All right, second card. Oh boy.
Black Steed, so attached to a Nazgul enemy in play, they're going to get -10 engagement cost, so he is 24 now. So I'll still get a buff for him, so that's good. And the Etamors, that's a 2 threat, so we make 2 progress. While Etamors is the active location, do not deal Nazgul enemies a shadow card during the combat phase, which is good. But the forced effect is after any amount of progress is placed on Etamors, reduce the ring bearer's life by 1. So you want to clear that.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't want your northern trackers hitting these.
No. Do not send northern trackers there. Okay, shall we go to the Etamors so that we can safely take on these 2?
Sure.
Yeah? Alright, so
then
we go to the encounter phase and this forced effect goes off. So I'll just take both of them. Because I think we want to do that anyway, don't we? So I ready Sam twice off of both of them. Because he's 24 and he's 34.
Right.
So I can draw 2 cards as
well.
well.
I got 5 defense.
Yep. And no shadow cards here. Oops, just trying to get rid of those. So I can defend the left guy with no issues.
Right.
And then the right guy's coming in for 4. And I guess I'll feint him. So
seems good, yeah.
No damage, no attacks. And then Merry and Glorfindel can go in for 4.
And I have 3 with -2.
So
that's just enough, right?
He's dead, yeah, because Glorfindel's 3, so that's 7, -2 defense. There's 9, effectively, so he's dead. And then trigger Merry. And then Merry will ready up. And then we'll kill the next one as well.
Well, that was fun.
That was awesome. And I can also ready Glorfindel again if you want, but it won't do anything.
Oh, yeah. Ready.
All right, and then end of the round, we'll take a time counter off of this for Frodo's life. Do you want to play anything else before we end the turn? Do you want to draw a card or anything?
Oh, yeah. Might as well.
All right. Don't have to. Oh, nice.
Very good. There we go. Glorfindel is helping out a lot. All right, I'll just do my... I'm going to bring it there, and then I'll discard Elven Light to give myself a spirit resource for my events, and I'm done.
Okay. I've drawn Dunedain Warning, which I'll give to Sam. So he's kind of 4 defense now. And I kind of want to play that Darren's Runes, but I'm going to play it, and I could always chuck away a Halfling Determination, I think. So I'll go draw 2. I drew Rivendell Bow, which is really good to give to Aragorn. So I think I will get rid of a Halfling Determination. I don't think I paid for that warning. And I'll give the bow to Aragorn, I think. Do you think you'll quest with him this turn, or should I hang on to it?
Well, I can quest for 8 without him, counting Frodo.
There you go, Aragorn.
All right.
Put your hands upon that bow.
Will do.
Is that your Aragorn impression?
Will do.
That it? I think.
I think so.
Yeah. So it's 4 in the staging area, or 5, sorry, because that's a 3 threat, isn't it? So I'll go for 2, 6, and I'll put in Frodo as mine. So I'm doing 8.
I'm tempted to just throw Aragorn in anyway, because if we get one enemy, we can kill it with our Glorfindel Merry combo, and if we get 2 enemies, I can Coney in the trap the other one.
Okay.
Sound decent? So that means I'm in for 10 with
10 with Frodo, so you're basically 8, so we're 16, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, my card. Okay, this is the stupid.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
sticking
stupid
dumb.
card. So, stupid dumb, stricken dumb, peril. So it is your card. When revealed, you must either shuffle the top card of the burden deck into the encounter deck and reveal an additional encounter card, or raise each player's threat by 3 and immediately end the quest phase. Do not resolve the quest. So it's peril. I can't give any advice. You're going to test the willet. Fair enough.
We also could Frodo it, right?
You could do if you want. It's peril, so I can't tell you what to do.
Just gonna test to will it.
All right, kill it.
And your card.
Pathless Country, nice and easy. Although that shadow effect has wrecked me. If Witch King gets that, yeah, that on the Witch King is awful.
It's very cool and thematic, but it will ruin you quickly.
So we make 9.
So we give him Frodo 1 damage there.
All right, should we go? Do we want to? What's the top card of the discard pile? Ettenmoors. So I could.
Is that Ettenmoors?
Yeah, I can't afford it. We could go there next turn, and I could pull something back. If we clear one of these locations.
Okay.
What if we go to Pathless Country? Yeah.
Exactly. Great.
And then we'll do it next turn. All right. So.
No enemies.
Nope. Nothing to kill. So he loses a life, and then next round.
Well, I guess this is a good chance to actually go to the last bridge too, if we wanted, since there's no enemies and we have capability of taking one.
Well, I mean, we don't know what the card is that's coming off the encounter deck. That's all. What if it's another Stricken Dumb? We don't have a cancel for it. So I can play this next turn and make sure that it won't be a dumb card.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
All right.
I guess I could use Frodo's ring still during that travel phase.
Yeah, if you want. You want to give it a go? You want to put the ring on? I'll give him a life back a second.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. All right, so...
All right, gotta shuffle up.
Yeah.
Burden deck. Oh, I guess it's not officially traveled to yet.
Not quite.
We're doing the travel cost, and this is a crucial moment in the campaign. It will shape the rest of the campaign with this particular card.
Oh,
it's a bad one.
Well done, Joseph. So, Weight of the Ring. Surge. So this is going to surge off the encounter deck. When revealed, attached to the ring bearer. Counts the condition attachment with the text forced at the beginning of each quest phase. Either exhaust the one ring or reveal an additional encounter card this phase. That is terrible. What have you done?
Very bad.
I told you not to put the ring on. I told you.
Okay. And then it surges into this, which surges into this.
All right, not too bad there. So we're pretty much running condition removal for the rest of the campaign, unless we can get rid of that. Interesting.
Painful.
Interesting. All right, that's it then.
I'm sorry.
I don't care. You can't control it. All right, next round.
Yep.
So let me remind myself. So I have to do this at the beginning of each quest phase. Okay. So not yet. Wow, if you use the Mountain of Fire Frodo, that basically means you're revealing 3 encounter cards.
That's
forever.
True. Yeah.
So
That's terrible.
I drew Protector of Lorien. I'm going to give that to Sam, I think. Although Glorfindel might make good use of it. But Sam's defense is pretty important.
Yeah.
So I'll give it to him first. Although maybe I should save for Elrond, actually. Now that's in play. I think I'll do that. Just in case I don't get a sneak attack. So I'll give this to Sam instead. And I'll call it there.
Alright. I don't have anything to play. I have Ancient Matham, but Blast Bridge is immune. Which means you can't put the Elf Stone on it, which is reverse.
Stick out next turn.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll go 2, 3, 4, 8 again.
I'll go 8 as well.
16's pretty good. Well, there's quite a lot of locations in there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 now. Maybe I should put in... I probably should put in Merry, but I won't. I'll hold him out.
Yeah. Okay. I can always zap one with Heirs of Rivendell.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, before I should have done a quick
Oh, yeah.
draw a card and discard a card.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Got a cancellation.
All right, 16.
So, start of the quest phase, I do this,
Trolls
right?
Camp.
I forgot to do this. I'm going to be forgetting this for the rest of the
Oh, yeah.
campaign. Cool. Trolls Camp.
You don't. Yeah, just exhaust the free.
Yeah, so while this is active location, each hero gets +1 willpower, attack, and defense, and then that's a whiff because there's no Nazgul enemies in play. Surge, though, into Piercing Cry, which is your card. So, Peril, when revealed, search the encounter deck and discard power for a Nazgul enemy, either add it to the staging area or put it into play engage with the first player. Shuffle the encounter deck. You know what to do.
You can have it.
Give me those enemies. I draw a card. Ready, Sam? Oh, yeah, sneak attack Elrond, even better.
And we
so
got a lot of progress.
Yeah, they only added 1 threat off the Trolls Camp. So we get 8.
4 here and 4 here.
Yeah, so we have no way of progressing, do we? So, I mean, I could play Halfling Determination, but I won't. I don't have a resource on Merry anyway. So,
okay.
All right. I think I took.
Where do you want to travel?
Did I take Merry's resource instead of Sam's? Yeah, I did. So he should have a resource. Oops. There we go.
Right.
I don't mind any of them.
Let's go to Pathless Country. I can, or the Old Road. Probably we don't need that many quests.
Yeah,
progress.
It's the most threat.
It's the biggest.
I say we save that one until the next part.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, so this guy's hitting for 5. I can defend for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I can feint it if you like.
No, I've got it. He's defended
it.
If this attack destroys the character, reduce the ring bearer's life by 1. Oh, the 1 ring's exhausted, so he should get a second shadow card, actually.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good riddance.
Oh, yeah. Bye-bye. No damage there. And then Merry goes in for 4 with Glorfindel, which is enough to kill him, isn't it? 4, 5, 6, 7, minus 2 defense.
Yeah.
Owned. Got any draw? No.
No. Where's my 4 hammers?
Okay, so I'll take his life down by 1, and then next turn. Alright, so I might sneak attack Elrond at some point. Bilbo showed up.
Yeah. I'm not going to play him yet because I want to play this Matham.
Yeah, good shout.
Nobody's damaged yet, so Glorfindel's just sitting on some resources. I guess I could play Favor of the Valar. Doesn't hurt.
Yeah, if you want to. You'll draw all the lore off that Matham blatantly.
I'm sure. Okay, that's it for me.
Alright, well, if I'm going to sneak attack Elrond, I think I'm going to go... So this, we have to exhaust that at the beginning of the quest phase.
So before you can sneak attack him for the quest.
Maybe I'll chuck him... I might just put him in. There's a lot of resources for somebody who leaves play. I think 1 sneak attack is better because then we can get out 2 Protector of Lorien. So I'll just sneak attack him now so that we don't have to keep eating that. So I'll get rid of that. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And then I can play this on Glorfindel and this on Sam. And that way we can add some willpower if we need to.
Yeah.
Alright, then he's going to come back to hand. And then I'll quest for...
Races on.
6.
I'll do 10 with Fertile.
Okay. So 16 again. I might put in Merry for 2. There is 5, yeah. So we'll go 18 against 5. Ringwraith, and that card is horrible. The 9 are abroad. When revealed, treat the text box of each character in play as blank except for traits until the end of the round. If there is a Nazgul enemy in the staging area, which there is, the 9 are abroad gains Surge. Do we want to cancel that with the ring?
I think we do. It's really bad.
I think so. Alright, let's reshuffle that one in.
Deck, and then shuffle for good luck, and that's
Pain assailed him. When revealed, reduce the ring bearer's life by 1, then reduce the ring bearer's willpower, attack, and defense to 0 until the end of the round. Don't go defending with Frodo is the trick with that one.
Yeah.
So we win by 8.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I draw 3 cards. And we go to the second stage.
Alright. So 2A, Race to Rivendell. Black horses leaped down the hill in pursuit, and from the riders came a terrible cry, such as Frodo had heard, filling the woods with horror in the East Farthing far away. It was answered, and to the dismay of Frodo and his friends, out from the trees and rocks away on the left, 4 other riders came flying. 2 rode towards Frodo, 2 galloped madly towards the ford to cut off his escape, the Fellowship of the Ring. When revealed, add Ford of Breenan and the Witch King to the staging area. So let's have a look at those. So Ford of the Breenan is 2 threat, immune to player card effects. It's a river. Response, after Ford of Breenan leaves play as an explored location, all engaged enemies are discarded. That's so awesome.
Really fun, yeah.
Travel, the first player must reveal the top card of the encounter deck to travel here.
Another good place for Shadow of the Past.
Yeah. And then the Witch King, we know him. 45 engagement costs, 5 threat, 6 attack, 5 defense, 9 health, immune to player card effects. The Witch King gets minus 30 engagement costs while the One Ring is exhausted, so he's coming in. Characters with 1 willpower or less cannot defend attacks made by the Witch King. While at least 1 Nazgul enemy is in play, Race to Rivendell gets plus 15 quest points. Forced at the end of the round, reduce the ring bearer's life by 1, so same as 1B, and if the players defeat this stage, they've won the game. So we don't actually need to kill the Witch King to win. Right. You could keep him around, but most of the time you don't want to do that. Right. Shall we go to the Trolls camp?
Sure. Yeah. Sam's going to need a little help, isn't he? In fact...
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah. What about that?
Well, this could be Glorfindel's time to shine. Because Glorfindel can take that hit. What's the top card of the discard pile? If this attack destroys a character. Alright, so how about we play Shadow of the Past and control what shadow card the Witch King gets.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So if I option engage the Ring Wraith, then I'll get to ready Sam and draw a card.
Right.
And you could engage the Witch King. Or should I engage the Witch King optionally? I won't get to ready Sam. And I don't have a way of defending him.
Right.
So I can really.
Yeah, I'll take the Witch King.
Okay. So I'll engage that Ring Wraith and draw a card. Ha! Drew Barlow and Butterburn. So I get to ready Sam Gamgee. And then
the late buddy.
I need to spend 2 resources. So let's play this. And I'll go for tactics, I think. 1, 2. Just so I can play Barleyman next turn. So move the top card of the encounter discard pile to the top of the encounter deck. And that's that treachery, isn't it?
Did that?
Yeah. So the Witch King gets that. And then the Ring Wraith gets 2 unknown shadow cards.
Right. Yikes.
Over
but
to
you got
you.
310.
I can't. I've just spent my money. So I might need your help.
Ooh.
Yeah. In fact, I've only got the Wizard's Voice anyway.
Right. I can use the fake. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to put a chip in this Nazgul yet. Because I'm going to have to defend with Glorfindel, which is an unusual situation I found myself in. So I know I was going to hit for 6. Right now I have 2 defense, so I can survive without any trouble. But I also could discard a couple cards to improve my quality of life. But I kind of want these cards. I like my cards. Okay, I'm just going to discard 1 Konya Trap.
You do have Elven Light in the discard pile.
Oh yeah, good call. Okay, I'll pull that back to hand right now. And discard it. And now I'm defending for 4. 1 from the Troll Camp, 2 from my cards with Protective Lorien, so I take 2 damage.
Glorfindel fighting the Witch King.
It's awesome.
I think I could defend this guy. Well, I can defend him though, because Sam is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here.
What if he comes and attacks me?
Well, yeah, we'll get 2 shadow cards as well. All right, let's do it. We've got those cards for a reason.
Yeah.
What's he gonna get? Nothing.
Could have done it.
Never mind. All right, and then you're exhausted, so I'll go for 3, 4, 5. So I'll hit him for 1 at least. It's better than nothing.
Yep. Tight spot though.
Very tight. And then next.
Maybe we should have gone to the ford.
Maybe. Well, this time we're going to get a lot of willpower, so we'll be able to clear that location. Then we could go to the ford, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, got another.
It's a good game. I'm starting to bounce my leg in nervous.
Oh, really?
Fun.
Is that what you do when you get worried?
It's my tell, yeah.
Okay. I'll know that if we ever play poker together. I'm just going to play him because I can take something undefended if the Witch King comes over to me.
Nice.
I have no use for Frodo's resources, so yeah, I'm done. The other thing I can do, because I've got a leadership resource, is pass you Dunedain Warning if you need it to keep Glorfindel alive.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Now I probably should save that money for a test of will, but it'd be nice to get unexpected courage out. Or I could defend with Bilbo. That'd be kind of brutal.
He can defend the Witch King because he's got 2 willpower.
Exactly.
Okay, you go in top 10. Yeah, you're not in Valor yet.
Found a dagger.
Okay.
Which we're going to have to defend with the Glorfindel again, pretty much, aren't I?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, do you want to give that to Aragorn, or are we need to survive this turn, go to the ford and clear it?
What's that?
We need to survive this turn, go to the ford and clear it next turn, and then we'll discard these guys.
I can put this on Mary if that's better.
I'm
going to do that.
I don't think it... Yeah, well, I've got some in my deck, so I'll give you the next one then.
Okay. All right, just need to survive.
Yeah, I think we can. I think we can. All right, I'll go all in. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15.
Well, you have Elrond, so I could take a big chunk of damage on Glorfindel, and you could heal it up eventually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I
can. Got no resources.
If I can ever get him out, I can also sneak attack Elrond in if I draw another one. I haven't seen a lot of draw this game.
I'll do 11.
26. Okay. And we're up against 6. Okay, power in their terror. When revealed, each ally gets -1 willpower until the end of the round. Deal 2 damage to each ally with 0 willpower. This is why I love Barleyman, because he survives that. But we lose 1 willpower. Ooh, interesting. Rode like a gale. When revealed, return each engaged Nazgul enemy to the staging area. If no enemies were returned to the staging area by this effect, Rode like a gale gains surge. That's going to help.
Yeah.
Thanks. So we'll put them back. Who rode like a gale? They did, but they ended up messing themselves up.
It slows us down, but
kind of helps though, because it means, I mean, I could engage the Witch King now and basically take it undefended on Barleyman.
Okay, that sounds funny. All right, so
we made 11.
Okay, that's not bad. 9 on the main quest. And Troll's Camp goes to Victor display. And do you want to go to the ford and try to sweep these guys away, or just... What do you think?
Well, kill him. I reckon try and sweep him away. I don't think I've ever managed to do it. What do you think?
Try it?
Yeah, I mean, the Witch King is not actually going to engage here because the One Ring is not exhausted, so if we can't take
Right.
him out of there, we could just take 2 other Nazgul, say.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Let's try it then.
All right. So we have to reveal the top card of the encounter deck, and that is going to give me another Nazgul, which I'm perfectly fine with.
I'm 37. So if we take one of these ring wraiths, he won't engage it.
What about a Fell Rider?
I don't want him to.
Well, I'll take them both, I think. I want both of them, so we can sweep them away. I don't want
Okay,
them,
I get it. Yeah.
we don't want them staying in the staging area, we want them out. Because I've also got Wizard's Voice in hand, so I can cancel 2 attacks. You've got Coney. We've got so much cancellation, we'll be fine, I think.
So I'll put it into play engage with you.
Okay, thanks. So he is 34, which is good, because Sam already. I'll draw a card.
Oh,
Yeah,
your choice, sorry.
sneak attack. So we travelled to the Fort of Brennan, so I think engage them all. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah? So if I take the Witch King and hope that he doesn't go insane.
Yeah.
Draw a card. Alright, and then they get shadow cards, yeah? So then Gandalf's going to throw his voice. Don't attack them! Yeah, this
Doom
card
3?
doesn't see much play, so I'll read it. The Wizard's Voice. Action. Each player chooses one enemy, engage with him. Until the end of the phase, each chosen enemy cannot attack the player that chose it. So we choose our normal Nazgul, right?
Yeah. It's a really good card.
And then the Witch King is hit for 6, but Sam, now, I've just read him twice, so he's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he's got 4 health, so I reckon he's going to be safe here. He's 8 defense.
All right.
That's insane.
Pretty good.
Come
Nice.
on, yeah. Fend
Very
off the Witch King. And then can we do some damage to him just in case we don't get through? I can attack him for 6.
Yeah, I think we can. To the Witch King, I only got 3 to throw in, so that's 9. I'll hit 4 on him. Is that worth it?
Yeah, I reckon we can sweep the rest of them away. Let's do it. Just in case we don't sweep them away. We need to kill him eventually. And then I can actually ready Glorfindel. If you want to tickle yours.
We have to kill somebody with Mary to ready.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Could kill that guy, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's do it then. Let's kill him. And then at least the readies up Glorfindel.
So this is much more efficient because the Rivendell Blade is effective on the Fell Rider, so Glorfindel and Mary kill that guy. And then I can ready attack back this guy. He's -3 defense because of Aragorn. 3 minus 3 is 2 damage.
Alright. And then take a life off of there. I have nothing else to do. I'll probably sneak attack Elrond to help us out with willpower.
Alright, I actually have resources. This is fun. I am going to cycle a unexpected courage because I have 3 of them and I'm not going to pay for them for long. Elfstone, again, the active is immune.
Stick it out next turn, and
Yep.
I'll put Elrond out. Maybe.
And I will draw a card and discard a card, and I'm done.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a lot to do. You got Rivendell bows out already, so we don't need that. So I'm not going to do anything. Just go to the quest phase.
Okay.
Alright, I'll sneak attack Elrond. So I could heal Glorfindel, but I reckon draw a card each.
Okay.
Yeah. Elrond drew himself.
Faint.
What a weirdo. I'll go for 3, 4, 5. This Frodo's yours. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. That's including Frodo.
Okay,
So
at
yours
8 without Frodo.
6. So 20 against 4. Come on, let's wash him away.
Let's do it.
The Nine are abroad when revealed. So all characters are blank, but there's no Nazgul enemy in the staging area, so it won't surge. So that's okay, isn't it?
Okay, so hopefully we'll just win, and it won't matter because I could cancel it.
If the next card's stricken dumb, we lose. So maybe cancel that.
Well, the next card's stricken dumb, you can use the One Ring.
If it's stricken dumb, it's also it's peril, so you can't cancel it. So
right.
Maybe cancel this.
All right. And last card.
No.
Oh.
No.
I can throw to that.
Yeah. That would have been awful.
So this always happens when I play this quest too. You set up this ford and then they ride out of the ford and don't get killed. So we'll shuffle that back in.
Well played, design team.
Mm-hmm. And here we go again. Okay.
Yeah. Ring Wraith. So that doesn't affect the Witch King. Nothing triggers from exhausting the ring, does it? Here.
No.
Okay. So that adds 3.
7 versus 20.
13.
All right. 7, not 6 here, and 7 here. That's enough if we kill them. That's cool. But this sweeps away my Ring Wraith and the Witch King.
That's awesome. Love it. Should we go to the Etamors? Travel there?
Sure.
Yeah? And I'll take that guy. He's about to go down.
He is.
Draw a card. Ready,
oh,
Sam?
He gets no shadow card. We can. Oops. I could feint him.
You can open his armory.
Better not do that.
Just throw all your feints at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll feint him. So he gets 2 shadow cards, but then we just pile in.
He doesn't get any shadow cards because of the Etamors, right?
Oh, yeah, nice. And I believe...
he is dead.
That's it.
And we have the 16 progress we need. End on turn 5.
Good game.
6th turn.
Yeah. A quick one. It's still an hour long video, but...
Talk too much at the beginning.
Yeah, much faster. Yeah, I love that quest. That was tricky, though. That was a tricky run.
Yeah, bringing that Witch King down, we weren't quite ready for it. Was scary.
And your choice of burden has severely burdened us.
It wasn't my choice.
Well,
I wanted the Necrobreakers. It's just like a little bit of damage or something.
Yeah, what are the other ones then? Just before we finish up. Let's not forget to do the card resolution either here. So, Panicked. I think that's... Yeah, the first player raises threat by 3 and passes the first player token to the next player. Could be annoying if you've set something up.
I have this one in my current 3-player campaign that we're nearing the end.
And how does it hinder you?
It's not that bad.
Okay.
It hasn't threaded anybody out yet. But it just goofs up your plans a little bit and makes us forget who's first player by the combat phase. Eaten alive, this one's not that bad.
Okay, when revealed, the first player must deal X damage divided among heroes he controls, where X is the number of players in the game. That's 2, basically. Yeah, that's nothing. Yeah. 2 damage
that's what I was hoping for.
An additional encounter card or exhaust the 1 ring. How are those 2 equivalent? They're not, clearly. Overcome by terror. When revealed, the first player must exhaust the 1 ring. If the 1 ring is already exhausted, the first player must discard 2 cards at random from his hand. I could see that comboing with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I've never had that one in a campaign.
Okay. And the last one? Fear of Discovery. When revealed, the first player must either exhaust the Ring Bearer or reveal an additional encounter card. Yeah, that could... That kind
I feel like that'd be okay.
Yeah, you
could actually use Frodo like a defender with the ring mail and stuff. Or the mithril shirt. That'd be kind of fun.
Or run Hobbit Pony and just hold him back and then chuck him in if this doesn't come out, maybe.
That wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
I think we got the very worst one.
Yeah. Okay, what's on the other side of the campaign card? So let's not forget it. So resolution, add each burden card in play in the encounter deck and in the discard pile to the campaign pool. The added cards have been earned by the players. The black horses were filled with madness, and leaping forward in terror, they bore their riders into the rushing flood. Their piercing cries were drowned in the roaring of the river as it carried them away. Then Frodo felt himself falling, and the roaring and confusion seemed to rise and engulf him together with his enemies. He heard and saw no more. The Fellowship of the Ring. So there it is. That's in our campaign pool now.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, that would be interesting. That means
Yeah.
it stays interesting from a deck building perspective, because we've always got to think about that now.
Mm-hmm.
But it means we have to try extra hard to find the Seat of Seeing.
Right. I don't know which one's worse, though, Gandalf's delay or this one.
Well, we've managed to get through with Gandalf's delay so far. I'd say this one's worse. What do you think?
I don't know. I've never played with this Weight of the Ring.
Okay, well, it's interesting for you then.
Yeah.
How is your threat only 35 out of interest? Did you lower? Did you
I started at 33, so that doesn't sound right.
No, maybe you lowered your threat by 3 instead of raising it by 3 for the doomed event. But it doesn't
That's
matter.
possible.
It wouldn't have made any difference because we just engaged every single thing that came out there. So
yeah, I can scroll back up, but yeah, it looks like I pushed the wrong button, which is easy to do.
It does.
I lowered my threat by 3.
Oh, that's all right. It doesn't
I'm
matter.
at 41.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Wouldn't have made any difference.
No, not at all.
Cool. So is there anything else to do? I think we're done.
I think we did it.
We've
Next
made it to
one,
Rivendell.
Get to go to the Council of Elrond and go on the journey the ring goes south, right?
Nice. Your turn to build some decks.
I've been working on them.
Are they ready?
Guess what I get to use? My favorite event?
What, Daron's Runes?
No. Backtrack.
Oh, yeah, it's thematic there. Cool, well, I'm
Yeah,
looking
good.
forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
In the meantime, we got some Nightmare to play.
Yeah.
So,
Look forward to that too.
Yeah, that'll be good.
We're gonna get wrecked.
Hey.
Something will get wrecked.
Probably. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you in the next video.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Bye.